the stone pelters started pelting stones, and the police had to resort to tear gas shells. And
warlike situation on ground zero. This is Meghalaya capital Shillong, on the verge of boil. There seems to be no let-up in the tense situation. It all started on Thursday night when an over 300-strong mob clashed with police personnel at Motphran area. While curfew remains imposed in affected parts, violence continues with incidents of stone pelting refusing to die down. Police action in arresting the prime accused in the assault of a minor in the Harijan colony area that is believed to have triggered the current unrest has had little bearing in the entire scenario, which continues to be volatile. Situation continues to be tense even as both Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and Home Minister James Sangma urged people to maintain calm and not to spread rumours. Meanwhile, facing the heat following the sequence of events, the residents of Harijan colony are accusing the government of inaction.
आप सबको मालूम है यहाँ पे पंजाबी लैंड बड़ा बाजार में है। यहाँ पे कितना सिचुएशन को टेंस करके रखा हुआ है सरकार ने। ये सरकार का मेघालय गवर्नमेंट का वजह से ये सब हो रहा है, ठीक है ना। और हमने सेंटर को भी बोला है, स्टेट को भी बोला, लेकिन हमारा कोई बात नहीं सुना जा रहा है। और हमने फायर ब्रिगेड यहाँ पे खड़ी थी, फायर ब्रिगेड को बोला कि आग बुझाओ, वो गाड़ी भगा के ले गया। पुलिस को बोलते हैं तो वो बोलती है कि हमें ऑर्डर नहीं मिला।
The KSU meanwhile is calling for eviction of the quote-unquote illegal settlers of the area who have long been troublemakers as per the influential students' body.
The question now is why? Why did the public, the Khasi people, came out in huge numbers to protest? I think it is this reaction it's not happening there and then, but we have been seeing, we have been having reports, unreported cases also, whereby people coming from rural areas and also from Shillong city who happens to pass through Harijan's colony, they were assaulted many times. College students were assaulted, villagers who came to do their shopping, they were assaulted, people who passed through at night, who came to have lunch, they were assaulted. Even the policemen were also attacked. So such a thing is that the people, they just hold it up inside them. And yesterday when that happened, it is too much for them, so they vent out their anger. And that's why a huge number of people came. But ultimately this led into a showdown between the police and the Khasi youths, in which numerous youths were injured since yesterday's night until today also. I have seen with my own eyes one boy who was hit by a rubber bullet right here in between the eyes, and then this nose bone, it went inside, and even the doctor told us that if we take an X-ray also, the bone is not visible, we will have to undergo an operation. Right now he's admitted here in Gordon Roberts Hospital.
Home Minister James Sangma has been in the thick of action and said the government is exploring all possibilities to contain the situation.
yes, we are standing with the Meghalaya Home Minister here. Let's get to know more on the prevailing situation here in Meghalaya. Is it true that the government has accepted all the demands put forward by the NGOs?
There were, yes, demands which were put forward by the agitators, and we have taken action on those. One person has been arrested who was involved in the physical assault, and the 3 other suspects who were picked up, they have been released because they had no part in that. The investigation is on, and we are hopeful that with further leads and clues, we'll be able to get the others who were there, who were part of this altercation.
So one of the demand included eviction of the colony from there and relocation somewhere else. Is that accepted?
That is a matter that I think the agitators have also put forward, and they have said that they leave it to the government to find ways and means of how they can go about it.
Sangma also told Northeast Live that all the demands of the protesters have been met in a bid to contain the situation.
I understand that the Union Home Minister is also concerned about the incident. Have you had a discussion with him?
Our Honorable Chief Minister has been, discussing with MHA, yes, and he has been apprising them, yes.
Okay, my last question to you, Mr. James Sangma. On the whole, you think things will be under control very soon?
Yes, we are working towards that, and we are hopeful. There were certain demands which were made by the agitators, and we have met all their demands. So we are quite hopeful that since their demands have been met, they will see reason and they will cease all these violent activities and disperse.
However, all this seems to have little bearing on the situation on ground zero.
What you see behind me is that the protest has again started here. The stone pelters started pelting stones, and the police had to resort to tear gas shells. And if I can ask my camera person to show you, pan around and show you that the protesters are on the run, and police are right behind them. We've been tracking this story since morning, and we also had spoken to Home Minister James Sangma, who had made it clear that he has accepted the demands of the NGOs and all, the protesting group, 3 to 4 demands, mainly KSU, who were asking to relocate the Super Lane colony from here, and also to the errors of the main assaulter in the case that really started this trouble, and also to pay and all. Compensate to those who were injured in this, and the message was passed on to the crowd, and then we saw that it was quite peaceful for some times. The crowd was calm, and there was not much of stone pelting, and it seemed that the situation was slowly coming under control. But then right now we see that again it has gone out of control, and this is right there behind you, the current scenario at this moment.
In a bid to check the protesters, the police are detaining a number of them, but there has been no respite as far as violence is concerned.
If I can show you right there behind, police has arrested few of the protesters who were pelting stones. The police are on the hunt, and they're chasing. There you heard the policeman saying that they have hidden sacks of stone in the bathroom, and that is being used to attack the police right here.
While the army is conducting flag march to diffuse the tension, the state government now seems to be looking at the additional forces alternative to contain the situation. In the meantime, curfew continues in the affected areas of Shillong, and an uneasy calm prevails over the rest. With camera person Francis, Roshan Rai reporting for Northeast Live from Shillong.